Hey, what's going on? This is the Gemini Exotica video podcast recording. Super duper special program today. This is number 8 or 9. I don't remember which one I left off on. But is numbers anything? Does it mean anything? $1.50, a dollar. It's just all fabricated by politicians and mathematicians and all those guys. So what truly matters is the entertainment. And I think we got a pretty good episode, going on today. So right now it's about noon on the Friday, and I should be working right now. Well, I'm at my desk at home due to COVID, and there's just nothing to do. So what do you want me to do? I'm not going to waste my time. I'm gonna do my hobby, which is sitting here talking into a microphone by myself. Odd hobby. But being home, working from home, you think a lot about the situation in COVID, and it seems like we're almost out of this thing, but I really don't believe COVID is over until half the population is dead. I think that is the true end of COVID, and I think that's the time we should reopen. But I think that was what was intended with this whole thing, which is, wipe out the population. But, just like a virus, us humans are so good at staying alive, which is an interesting thing, is because you would think, or I guess it's a very natural thing for humans to do things that kind of kill us. Like, for example, we drink a lot, alcohol is poison, we do a lot of drugs, up our nose, in our veins, into our lungs, tobacco, yada, 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 not jogging. We do so many things that kill us, yet we're so afraid of death. It's such a weird thing. It's like we're constantly committing like fractions of suicide every single day by our bad habits. Yet when it comes to like the end of it all, we're like, I don't want to die. It's like you've been literally killing yourself every single day, little by little. But no, I guess this COVID thing is a bit crazy, and I'm starting to realize it now. Like, I feel like being very young in COVID, you're like, yes, don't have to do anything. Like, it reminds you of kindergarten. But now I'm just like, Jesus, what the hell is going on? It's like everything just got put on pause. And I guess this is late to the party, but whatever. This is my party. I'll do whatever I want. But some people tell me like they like isolation and they like work. I'm like, gee, these people must be descendants of groundhogs or something. Like, I like to be alone. I feel I'm a bit introverted myself, but being alone and having a little bit of time to yourself is completely different than, being forced to stay home and be put inside and have the entire economy be doomed. And, it's just, I can't believe people actually kind of like this. It's very odd to me, and the thing is, it's like, I think I like it, but I really don't. I can't stand this stuff. You know what I can't stand? I can't stand women on social media. If they aren't saying something like dumb, like, like, oh, this is sexist, they're posting booty pics. And, I get mad at them because they enable me to enter a vortex of horniness, which I do not want. My brain is set up to see if they're trying to say their opinion. I'm like, ugh, what is this? But if they're, attempting to get naked, then I get mad at them because they made me look at a picture of them that I don't want to see, but I do want to see. It's a weird thing how the male treatment towards girls. It's like, why don't you be smarter? Then they say they're smarter, and then we get mad at them for having their opinion. And then it's like, oh, I want a girl that has a big ass. Then she shows us a big ass, and then we get mad at her for making us horny. Can men figure out their own problems before we start asking other people to do? Can we figure out what we have? What we have to figure out ourselves before we, I guess, start making requests. But I don't know. It's a. I feel like a lot, social media is a slippery slope of horniness in its purest form, because it's like I want to see a big thong bikini photo, and because I want to see that, the nice lady who's making an honest living knows this, so she posts more. The more she posts, the more I look. The more I look, the more she posts. It's just a gigantic slippery slope of horniness, and the slope is covered with various juices. You know, what kind of juices, you ask? Well, pineapple, cranberry, orange juice, etc. I don't know. I think people should be able to post whatever they want on social media, because the reality is, it's like, you have to control yourself. There's going to be so much vices and sins in the world. You can't control the vices and the sins. That's not possible, right? It's the same with drugs. That's always going to exist. And if you try to control it, it's not going to happen. People are going to find a workaround. People are going to find the loophole. There's going to be underground markets, yada, yada, yada. You have to be able to control yourself to avoid those things, right? Whether they are right or wrong. A booty pic isn't wrong. Looking at booty pics for 18 hours straight, and entering a masturbation cycle, that's a bit wrong, I'd say. But no, I mean, I think from this whole COVID thing, and I guess the reason why I talk about that, sitting inside enables you to desire some content, most of which is pretty sexual. But anyways, I think from this whole COVID thing, I realized, just carrying around the little hand sanitizer, that's very beneficial. You don't realize, where you put your hands a lot, and a quick hand sanitizer after the subway or before a meal, whatever. And plus, if you get a mixed drink, you shoot a shot of that hand sanitizer right into that drink. Instead of ordering a couple shots, you get like 8 shots in one. No, but I think because I got the hand sanitizer, I stopped using soap. And really I just keep like a bucket of bleach next to the sink, and I just dip my hands in there whenever I need to. It's really a lot more effective than having soap and squeezing the soap, and you just dip your hands in the bleach. Super quick. Well, I don't know. I had some issues in the kitchen. Like today, I had a leak, and I realized the leak is because I was washing some dishes. Like, this is just kind of like the endless tumble, where you tumble, you get up, and then you trip over your feet, you tumble farther. So I had a leak, and I was washing the dishes, and I'm like, why are my feet wet? And I look down, and water's leaking out from under the cabinets. I'm like, oh my God. I look under the sink there, and there's just water pouring down. I'm not really sure what is going on. I think whoever was the plumber really messed up bad. He didn't tighten down the pumps or pipes enough. Now, my grandfather's a plumber, so I have a little understanding of what to do. And I think there's something called Teflon tape that goes on the pipes that kind of makes that watertight fit. And I think the guy, whoever put it on, forgot to put the Teflon tape. So he essentially made pipes. He essentially installed pipes with holes in them under my kitchen sink. Now, what's weird is that I've been living here, and it hasn't been leaking, but it just started, or I haven't noticed it, but, I don't know. So I got to fix that. So I realized the pipe's leaking. And now I'm washing the dishes, and as I'm washing the dishes, the cup shatters in my hand, and I cut my finger open. So now I got wet socks. I got blood pouring out of my finger. And when those cut, it's like a cut where you just kind of look down, and you see it's deep, but there's no pain, and like you're just like, God damn it, now I got to deal with this. And then like there's like a second where there's no blood, and then all of a sudden just blood starts flowing out like the Niagara Falls, and you're running around, you're trying to find some paper towels, you're holding the paper towels, and then you wake up like 8 hours later in a pool of your own blood, like, oh, what happened? Oh, gee. But no, I shattered my 1 cup, so that's 1 cup down, 5 to go. That's pretty good. I mean, I've literally gotten into the habit where I just refill the same cup over and over and over again for about a week. I mean, I really rarely wash it, but all I drink is water, and if I do drink milk, it's straight out of the gallon. I mean, it's my milk gallon. I just drink it right out. So I only really have it for water. So every time I get a new cup of water, it's like I'm washing the cup that I've been using, right? But I mean, I was holding the cup, and I'm holding like the silverware and the plates and everything. I'm like, why don't I just start throwing this stuff out the window onto the people below on the sidewalk? It's like, why don't I? That sounds kind of fun to me, but I'm like, no, I can't do that. That's a little bit wrong. And I really believe that's just shows people are naturally good. Like, people to a certain degree have a goodness about them that they just don't start tossing stuff out the window of their apartment building onto the sidewalk. Because, like, how would anybody prove? How would anybody know, oh, from this plate, whatever, they threw it, this hammer fell plummeting to earth, smashed someone's skull in. Like, nobody would really know what happened. But I really believe that's a proof of people that they have natural goodness installed in them because we just don't toss things out the window. Like, and I was looking at the glass from the shattered cup. I'm like, why don't I just throw this in the sand at a beach or something? Just ruin someone's day. It's like, I would never do that. But it's because, and it's like, it's so easy to, right? It would be so easy to just cause chaos. And, it really doesn't happen. We get a couple school shootings or a couple explosions here and there. But for the most part, like, the world could really be destroyed in a week, and it doesn't. So I think that's a pretty good sign, in a very negative way. But yeah, I mean, and it's kind of like the similar thing to old movies. Like, you would see people throwing trash and sewage out the window into the streets. It's like, why would they? Oh, the rats need food, but we don't do that anymore. We don't throw it out the window. We throw it into the ocean. That's very noble of us. But no, I don't know. When I cut my hand, it's just like kind of seeing how fragile the skin is. And it's like, we're so fragile, like emotionally, physically. We're just fragile beings. It's like you would think we would be tough, like and this is like a play on Darwinism, because it's like the fittest survive. It's like we're not fit. We're not fit at all. Somehow we've gotten lucky here where we have not killed each other. We have not been killed because we're so emotionally sensitive. The fact that we have not all wiped each other out and killed each other is amazing. It's amazing. We're so physically fragile that the fact that we just don't die from infection or somehow have not been wiped out by alligators and lions and shit is amazing. And it's just kind of goes to show, like, maybe this whole the toughest survive Darwinism thing, that's not the case. Because we are really fragile. Most things are really fragile. Like, if I throw a brick at someone's head, it's not going to bounce off and they'll be like, hey, what the hell? No, they're going to be passed out on the ground, probably dying. Now, I would never do that. I would never throw a brick out my window at my neighbor that makes so much noise. I would never study him to see his habits when he leaves the building and when he doesn't leave the building and, drop the brick on his head. I would never do such a thing. But, thinking of fragility, I think the earth is also fragile too. Like, it's like everybody's like, we're destroying the earth. Maybe the earth is just weak. Maybe we have a weak planet. Oh, we put some plastic on a big whoop. The earth is like, oh, I have a fever now with storms and hail and raising. Listen, maybe the earth is just a weak planet. The earth can't handle what we throw at it. The earth, if you think of it, the plastic came from the oil and stuff like that. The oil is a natural thing, and the earth can't handle it. Maybe we just have a weak planet that can't dissolve plastic. But, maybe to the Earth's credit, like corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. I don't even know what the high fructose means. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. Corn syrup is natural. It's from corn, but it's bad for us. So, like, plastics may be natural, but I guess maybe bad for the earth. Plastic's very useful for us. Corn syrup's very useful for us. Fruit snacks, all that good stuff. Soda. But yet. And that's another thing. And we're getting back to what I was saying before, which is like humans, we're so scared of death, yet we do things every day that kill it. It's like the earth is so precious to us, and yet every single day we do things that kill it. It's like as if you were punching your baby in the face every single day, and then on the baby's 16th birthday, it stabbed you in the throat. And you'd be like, why did you do that to me? It's like, well, you've been punching me in the face. Of course I would do this to you. Well, I guess if you guys can't tell, I'm mixed. I'm a mixed man. I'm Italian German. I'll engineer you a machine, and if you don't pay for it, I'll kill you. No, being Italian German mix, I pour red wine into a mug of beer. Not into like a mug of beer, literally with half beer, half wine. I cause it fizzy wine. I eat spaghetti with my bratwurst. I really do have zero German culture, which is I also have zero Italian culture, but at least I like eat spaghetti and meatballs on a regular basis. But like zero culture, I have zero German culture, and it's what I was thinking about is an interesting thing how some ethnicities hold on to their culture and some do not. Like Italian people very obviously do, but Germans not so much, especially on the East Coast. I think in Midwest it's probably a little bit more prevalent, but German not on the East Coast not so much. Like Oktoberfest is kind of a joke right now where it's like, oh, you drink a lot of beer and you wear that stupid baby thing. Like I never understood the guys that dress in like the lederhosen or whatever the hell it's called, and it's like overalls with shorts. It's like that shit should get you bullied instantly, like a big drunk baby. And like grown men run around in this thing showing off their thighs and have these little buttons with their straps on. It's like, dude, I want to take this mug of beer and hit you over the head with it. But the best thing about the Oktoberfest, besides the beer, is obviously the lady with the gigantic, you know what I'm saying. All right. So German folklore, I think is probably some of the best. Like, if you think about like American folklore, like what do we got? We got like Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm a Catholic man. But I like making fun of God because, why would God create comedy if he didn't have a sense of humor, But I think German folklore is the best because German folklore is really traumatizing. Like, and German folklore has really been, I guess, Disneyfied, where it's like they take like a story that ends horribly and makes it kind of cute. Like Red Riding Hood, I think, gets eaten or something, and Hansel and Gretel get cooked into a pie. Like they don't escape the forest on a breadcrumb trail. They literally just get eaten by a witch at the end. And, I think it was a good thing. I really do. Children need to be scared to death. Why make them be happy when you could tell them that a troll lives in the woods behind your house, and if they stay out past night, they're going to get eaten? But no, my favorite German Italian. I actually have this German Italian meal. It's called Schlong penne. That's sausage pasta. And I always tell you, why don't you come over for some Schlong penne? I got the sausage, you bring the pasta. Is your pasta al dente? If not, don't even bother. I'll just come over here and hit the Schlong myself. I don't need your pasta. But all right. Well, that's about 20 minutes. That's 20 minutes of work. That's 20 minutes of this. That was fun. I hope it was entertaining. I hope there was a little bit of thoughts here that made you go, yeah, that's kind of interesting. So anyways, thank you for listening. We're doing comedy. We're doing jokes. We're doing all that good stuff. We got wet socks. Have a good day.